The other day, I talked about some news from China, and then I got a YouTube comment talking about the police stations that China has set up across the world, including in the United States, in New York City specifically. And I was aware about that, but I wonder how many people are not aware about it. So I'm going to run a segment right now talking about it briefly for the people that might not know about it, because that's crazy. Check this out from the AmericanMilitaryNews.com. The Chinese government has set up 32 police service stations around the world, including one in New York, to monitor and coerce Chinese nationals living abroad to return to China, according to a new report. Okay, so first question, New York City. Why are you allowing that? Let's continue reading. The exact scope of the mission of these overseas Chinese police service stations is unclear, but Safeguard Defenders researchers believe the offices work in conjunction with China's fox hunt operations. China says its fox hunt operations are meant to convince Chinese criminals living abroad to return to China, but they have been accused of targeting Chinese dissidents and relying on threats and coercive behavior to get those dissidents to come back to China. So basically, if you were living in China and you moved to the US and you got any sort of criticism about China, apparently they don't like that, but that's not really surprising to anybody, I don't think. Further writing, one common technique of the fox hunt operations is to track down any family member of a target still living in China and threaten to imprison that family member living in China if the target does not return voluntarily. These operations eschew official bilateral police and judicial cooperation and violate the international rule of law and may violate the territorial integrity of third countries involved in setting up a parallel policing mechanism using illegal methods. And people actually reached out to the service station twice and were hung up on both times, to the response that the person on the other end doesn't speak English. And finally, the U.S. State Department did not immediately respond to an American Military News request for comment on this matter. So yeah, if you didn't know about that stuff, now you know about it. At the very least, I suppose it's good that there's only one station set up in the U.S. so far, at least that we know about, and it's in New York City. Once again, I question why that's even there, but let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the comments and in the next segment.